Hello, good morning, beautiful people. How you doing? Feeling good? All right, that's great. Well, today in today's video, we're going to talk about how I was able to get a job in tech with no experience. I actually got 2 job offers, but you can't take both. I had to take one, and they're both remote, so that was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And I accepted it about 2 weeks ago, so I'm just getting some of the equipment, and yeah, I should be starting pretty soon, right? I don't want to say the exact position, but it is in a customer support uh, uh, division. You know what I'm saying? So very entry level. You know what I'm saying? It's a decent salary, and I'm happy about it. You know, it's a foot in the door, and that's the first thing I want to mention is that there's a lot of people that they get in this they want to break into tech, but they shoot for the 100K courses that be like, oh yeah, we're gonna promise you to get you 100K 6 months in, like cybersecurity. Like, you can't, those are jobs you can't just they're not entry level. If you really think about the like the magnitude of things that you have to do, those are not entry level roles. I'm not saying it's impossible to get that as your first job, but you need some kind of proof that you can do these, like demonstrate your abilities to be a cybersecurity analyst, for example, or to be a software developer, or you need proof, right? And that was one of the main things that I was looking for when I was looking for like a what you call it, a course to do, right? I was looking for low cost, high reward, right? And proof that it works, right? So the first thing I did when I discovered Course Careers is look at the testimonials, right? Because I'm not gonna lie, just like all of y'all that's watching this video, 99% of y'all, I thought it was a scam. I thought it was full of, you know what I mean? I thought it was cap. I'm like, I'm not about to pay, what's it? I paid like 500, I believe, right? Like $500. Yeah, I paid like 500. I'm not about to pay 500, even though that's not crazy. Like, compared to all the other courses, it's not crazy. Because some of these courses, they be like 5K, 10K, you know, in some of these boot camps, right? And they, like, you wouldn't be promised a result. Even though it's up to you, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't willing to pay 10 bands for a chance, you know what I'm saying? I was just not willing to do that, you know what I mean? So I was like, I was skeptical at first, because I'm like, $500 to get a course in IT, in IT certification, because I didn't do the tech sales portion. I just feel like my personality wouldn't match with being in a sales role, even though there's like SDR, and you can be like a person that kind of demonstrates the technology to another software company. But I didn't want to do anything that had anything to do with cold calling. I didn't want to bother people. I would feel like I'm bothering people, right? But if you're in sales, very lucrative. It is probably one of the most valuable skills that you can learn on this planet, right? Because everything kind of needs some kind of sales and marketing, right? You don't have a product if you can't sell it, and you can't market it, right? But enough of that. I decided to go down the IT route. And Course Career has an IT route, and they have a tech sales route. They have human resource. They have a whole bunch of things, right? But I went down the IT route, right? I was kind of bouncing between digital marketing as well and IT, but IT had a little bit more proof of like testimonials and of that nature. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. But before I purchased the course, I looked at the testimonials, and then I did some research on, like, extensive research online, right? Extensive, not even capping, right? And then I found out who the teacher was, which is Josh McAdor. I watched some of his YouTube video, and he has his own cybersecurity course as well. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Watched a lot of his videos before I even bought the course where he's the teacher in it. And I was like, I really like this guy. Something about this guy breeds authenticity, not on some like selling. He was moving like, bro, I don't need this. I don't need to sell you a course. I don't need to be an instructor at Course Careers. I don't need you to buy this course. But I promise you the information, not I promise, but the information that I'm giving you is valuable. And if you're able to leverage it correctly, then you'll be able to get a job and break into the IT industry. He didn't make these promises. He was just saying, follow these steps and your chances are way higher. And the fact that he was saying it in that sense, and you can see his accolades and how many different positions he played in the tech industry, you know what I'm saying, and being in GovTech and being in cybersecurity and being in help desk, you know what I'm saying, it was a no-brainer. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a chance and spend $500. And it's weird because I was skeptical about it because it was $500 compared to everything else, which is like 10. I'm like, why are they selling this for so low? You know what I'm saying? But I took a chance and I was like, let me just buy the course and apply myself as much as I like possibly can. So I got the course and I like went all in. Like I was not playing. I probably finished the course in like less than a month from what I can remember. And I went through it maybe 3 times, right? I think the most complicated, I don't even think I can say that because I can't expose the contents of the course, but I can talk about what was in it. But the thing that I like the most, and I think is the most valuable part of the course, is teaching you how to set up Git, which will be like your portfolio in a sense, because a lot of the issues with getting a job in tech for the first time is like proving that you can actually do something that is valuable, or proving that you have the skills that you say that you have, right? And that Git is basically going to be your portfolio or your resume in a sense. You're supporting details on your resume, right? And they give you a resume template and a cover letter template as well. And I literally used it bar for bar, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get 1 job offer. I got 2. You know what I'm saying? I used the same resume template, tweaked it a little bit, to obviously align with, what I was doing. But it allowed you to put your Git at the top, and you didn't just have your name, your number, and your location. You had a Git, which showed exactly what labs you did. I'm gonna talk about the labs in a second because that's like my second most favorite thing about the entire thing. Most valuable. Let me not say favorite because I just think it's valuable. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I'm able to get 2 offers. You know what I'm saying? With someone like me with no experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm a regular Joe Schmo. You know what I mean? You can tell by the way I'm talking. Regular Joe Schmo. But yeah, give you the whole resume template. All you got to do is insert certain things, right? And with the cover letter, you swap out a few words and you just send them out. Send them out. You know what I mean? Send them out. And it's like he made the job hunting process so easy, right? When it came to actually applying to the job, it wasn't no tedious thing. You know what I mean? And he gave you some LinkedIn tips that not a lot of people would share. I didn't have to go on Indeed, LinkedIn. I did get a few offers on Indeed that was like in person as well to like just say, but I didn't want any in-person position. I wanted something where I could work from home and, say if I wanted to relocate, I could, you know what I'm saying? And have some opportunities for leverage. And he also gave good interview tips. He doesn't just teach you the skills, the hard skills, the technical skills that everybody can learn. He also taught you the soft skills, how to talk and how to interview properly. And they give you interview questions, flashcards to pass the test. And if you wanted to go get the CompTIA triad, you can go do that too. It gives you resources to go do that. You know what I'm saying? So there was, like, even after I finished the course, there was more information that he was providing to learn, right? And he always, what I liked about it is that he didn't just sell himself and be like, hey, use my course, use my course, use my course. He also linked linked other videos that was on YouTube for free. So I'm getting more than $500 worth of value in this course. He's giving us other supplemental information as well. So I'm like, okay, this is a gold mine. So now I know how to look for, like say if I'm terrible at subnetting, because subnetting is, oh my God. I was subnetting. If you in IT, subnetting, that's all I'm gonna say. Subnetting is oh my God, torture. PTSD, man, traumatized, right? But subnetting is like one of those things that is just so tedious, so annoying. You know what I mean? So he provides these additional resources if you don't understand a concept, and that's really dope. right? So you don't rely on him being the only teacher that you have, which is amazing, right? Now, talking about the labs, there's a variety of different labs that you can do, and they are directly applicable for the jobs that you're applying for, right? It's not like you're doing some random lab that he just created that has like no value in the job market, right? He's teaching you things like how to leverage Azure for virtual machines, you know what I'm saying? And how to deploy a virtual machine, how to, you know what I'm saying, use a storage device correctly, and how to manage that as well. How to remote access into, how to SSH into another Linux machine. You know what I'm saying? These are all terms that some of y'all may not know, but I'm pretty sure like there's people in there as well that do know about it. He's talking about how to do group policy. He's talking about SLAs, how to create a whole ticketing system. Like, I don't think y'all understand how valuable that is. Like, creating a ticketing system. Almost every entry level job that's in the like help desk or some kind of customer support job, especially if you're online, like Zendesk. What's the other job that y'all do? Zendesk is the only thing that's coming to mind. That's a ticketing system, right? So if you know how to create a ticketing system from scratch, that's next level right there. Because you know how it works from the bottom up, right? And then he teaches you how to do that. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that, but I feel like that like that's the amount of labs you can do is amazing. And then you can use it and put it on your Git. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why wouldn't you get a job if you can literally create an OS ticket? I can tell you exactly how your OS ticket. I can tell you how your ticketing system was created. You know what I'm saying? Based on how I created a ticketing system from scratch because of a course that I took for $500. So I'm like, this is valuable stuff. Like, I felt confident going into the job market, right? You can't just take the course. I guess this is the part where I tell you how to take the course if you do decide to take it. You know what I'm saying? Which will be linked in the description as well. I wouldn't recommend just taking it one time and then taking the test. You know, because there's a test that you got to take at the end, right? I would say take it like 2 to 3 times. The first time you could just go through it, go with the flow. But then the second time, I would say go through and find your weak points. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's certain like take the quizzes over, and then that will display your weak points, right? The labs, I would say do them like 15 times. You know what I'm saying? I did each lab probably like a good 4 to 5 times. You know what I'm saying? And after I did it 4 to 5 times, I felt confident. Like, I was able to do it without having to look at like my notes to be able to make like a whole ticketing system, for example. Right? I got to that point where I didn't have to rely on my notes to be able to like perform these labs or complete the labs, right? And once I was at that point, I was like, okay, I'm ready. I think I'm ready to apply for jobs, because once you know how to do the skills, and you can confidently do it without looking at paper. When they ask you these questions, like what's DNS, what is an IP address? Because they will ask some questions like that. What is SSH? You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. You can answer it confidently without having to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they want somebody that knows what they're talking about. And especially if you're doing like an entry level position, they want somebody that's confident in their abilities, and that's somebody that's teachable, because they're going to teach you the skills anyways, which is probably like one of the most backwards things about this job market, because it's like, why would you require a entry level job with 3 years of experience? Beats me. That I don't agree with. Okay, I don't get it, but hey, I mean, I guess. But you can override that experience with the labs that you have. That GitHub is gonna be the thing that's like, oh wow, this guy can do so and so and so and so. Look at his Git, and they give you that. They show you how to use Git. You can tell them that I know how to use Git. You know what I'm saying? You can tell them that. You know what I mean? And you can also tell them that you're also looking to get your own CompTIA, let's say networking plus certificate or security plus certificate. If you explain to them that you're passionate in IT, you know what I'm saying, they will most likely, they want someone that's interested in the field. They don't want somebody that's like, yeah, just give me a job, I just need money. Like, you don't want to come off like that, you know? You want to come off confident, you want to come off passionate, and you want to come off like, I'm ready to learn whatever it is that you want me to learn. You know, don't come off desperate. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Just come confident and speak boldly. And I think that's one of the soft, like he teaches you that in the course as well, how to interview correctly. And he asks you like common interview questions, and he tells you how to answer these tell me about yourself questions. That's probably one of the hardest questions. Tell me about yourself. What is a bad, like has there a situation in the past where you have had like a bad client or something and you had to help them? What was that like? Like, you know, those hard questions, those hard to interview questions. He teaches you how to answer all of them, you know what I mean? And like, you have to literally study these answers. Like I was standing in front of the mirror, like interviewing myself. Tell me about yourself. And I will go on the whole spiel. I will answer the question as precisely as possible. He teaches you not to ramble. Just answer A, B, and C about teach me and tell me about yourself. And you're good money, right? So I would recommend, if you want to break into the IT field, the easiest way to do it, in my opinion, without having to go through 14 years of college, is definitely going through Course Careers. I believe it's only $500, right? And I think if you use my like link or something, you get like a a discount. I'm not too sure how it works, but I'm pretty sure you get a discount. So you're not paying the full $500 the first time. And you could also do it in splits. When I first did it, I ain't gonna lie, I was broke as a joke. You know what I'm saying? So I did the split payment. I did the split payment. You know what I mean? And I got my certificate. And I was like, nah, I gotta make this work. You know what I mean? And I just went hard that 1 month. My cousin is probably is taking it right now. And I told him, like, if you do this, you're gonna be good, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna be, the goal is to get your foot in the door. Your goal is not to get a $100K job off the rip. Some of y'all be coming in with that unrealistic expectation. It's possible, but it's highly unlikely. Especially if you don't know a damn thing about computers. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know Jack Daniels about computers or or networking, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Just accept the fact that you're gonna come at like a 40, 50, 60K position, right? But that's okay, because you can go higher once you get the job. Once you get in, you just gotta get in. After you get in and you get that first job, the world is yours. And that's how I started looking at it. Even if it has to be like, even if it's not remote, right? Because a lot of people just apply for remote jobs and, you know what I'm saying? And they hope that they get the remote job. If you doing remote positions for like a month or two at a time and you're not getting anything, you're gonna have to switch the tactic up, you know what I'm saying? Change up some of the keywords. He even teaches you how to properly do a job search and how to apply to a job correctly. You know what I'm saying? And what keywords to type in so that you're not missing out on different positions that you could be applying for. You don't just have to be a customer support specialist. You can be so many other things, right? You know what I'm saying? And he teaches you how to do these things and leverage those keywords in LinkedIn. That's a whole nother skill that he teaches you in there. So I believe that $500 is literally an undercharge. They undercharge for the course. I think they could sell the course for way more. But hey, don't do that, please. Don't do that, please. Don't do that. Keep it where it is, okay? Because I wouldn't have broken into it if it was like 3 G's. I would have been like, I'm going. Leave me alone. I would have been gone. I'm not with it, okay? So, okay, if you want to break into tech the way that I did, I would definitely say use Course Careers. The link, I will put the link below. And if you guys have any questions, please put in the comment sections. You know what I'm saying? I know that it's a very skeptical thing to do. And you have every right to feel skeptical. It may feel like I'm selling you a course. It's not my course, right? But I'm telling you, if you want to do research, You can literally go on YouTube and type course careers IT testimonials. If you don't want to do IT and you want to do tech sales, even better, right? They have a lot of testimonials for tech sales. You know what I'm saying? But that's not my field. I like to be to myself. I'm introverted, and tech sales requires somebody to be very outgoing in order to be successful, because you have to make some roles allow you to get a base salary and commission. But I was like, I don't want to like that pressure of having to, get a certain amount of sales. I'm not with that. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Life is already stressful. You know what I'm saying? I wake up stressed out like there's something to do today. Not stressed out in a bad way. There's good and there's bad stress. But I wake up like, hey, I got to do something today. Imagine having to wake up and you got to have like 40 sales this month. I'm starting at zero. I'm starting at zero this month. And you want me to have 40? It's 30 days in a month. And I'm new here? Huh? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'd rather have a job where I'm helping somebody solve an issue than having to sell something to someone. Because with me, the approach that I have is that if I go into IT, I literally just have to learn the skill, and I can verify that I know the skill with like commands, if you're working on a command line. Or I can see something, I can physically see something that shows me that I did it right. And that's what I like about IT, right? And that's why I kind of shied away from like wanted to be like a web developer in a sense, because it's very, you can't really see it. Or you have to be like, especially if you're a front end developer, you have to be very pixel perfect. You know what I'm saying? And dealing with CSS and the grid box and all that. Like I wanted to do that, but then I saw it. I made 4 different attempts at trying to be a web developer. But that CSS was whooping my ass. I ain't gonna cap, my G. I was having to move it 12 pixels elbow, and then you have to make it responsive on a tablet, on a mobile device. And there's not one mobile device. There's like 1,000 different mobile devices, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I understand why they get paid the way they do, because their job is not easy. Okay? They got you make a mistake with one letter, one colon, you're finished. Whole website messed up. Okay? But hey, they get paid a lot for a reason. You know what I mean? They do. That is not an easy thing. If you're a sysadmin, they get paid a lot for a reason. Okay? These are not easy jobs. That's another thing I want to mention. This is not easy. It doesn't matter if you have experience already. It is not easy. So if you are lazy, don't do it. I'm going to just keep it a ban. You know what I'm saying? Do not do it. Okay? If you're lazy or have too much going on, because it's going to require some self-studying. Okay? Don't do it. I'm going to just keep it a ban with you. This is something that you're going to have to invest a lot of time into. It's not something you could turn on and listen on the side like a podcast and hope that you're going to get a job. You can I've heard people do that with tech sales, but in IT, no, you literally have to do these labs. Like you have to click buttons and stuff like that. You know what I mean? To move things around, you have to understand different policies. You have to understand different, the language. You know what I'm saying? Got to understand concepts. Math. You know what I'm saying? Not crazy math, you know what I'm saying? But there's some math in there. You know what I mean? Not no algebra, calculus math. I'm talking about like, standard math. You just got to math sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It's not math heavy though, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be the smartest person in the world. Anybody can do it. You just have to apply yourself. That's all I'm saying. If you're not afraid to apply yourself, you can get it done. You know what I mean? You can get it done. I was very skeptical at first, but now, like, off rip, I don't like courses. People have told me to sell my own course on how to teach people how to get YouTube subscribers. I'm skeptical on that because I know what it's like to be on the other end where you're kind of being sold hope instead of an actual like, hey, I can teach you this and you get results. A lot of people are sold hope and that's why they be on edge like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I want to do that, but I ain't gonna lie. For $500, I think they undercharge for this course and I would definitely leverage it. If you have $500, or even if there's a payment plan. Even if you don't, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have $500 right now, you can do a payment plan, put it on your credit card, you know what I mean? Just know that within, and this is another thing, you got to give yourself a realistic time map, you know what I'm saying? And in which you would want to receive a job, you know what I'm saying? Would like to receive a job. Anywhere from 6 months to a year, you can do it. You're saying, if you want to receive a job in a month and be aggressive like I was, it took me like 2-3 months to get a job, right? That's quick. That's fast. For someone who has no experience, that's fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dancer. I was a professional dancer. Not no exotic dancer, you know, doing all that. I'm talking about, I have a dance channel. If you want to check that channel out, it's Lord Heck. I have 700,000 subscribers. And a lot of y'all are like, what the hell? Why would you go to IT and get a 9-to-5? A whole nother conversation. If y'all want to watch that video, I think I did a video on why, like someone saying I was stupid for getting a 9-to-5, but yeah, go watch that video. I will probably link it to the end of this video. You can go watch that. And I basically explain the whole comment and why I don't agree that it's a bad idea to get a 9-to-5, even though you have a whole successful like YouTube career, things of that nature. Yeah. If you're not afraid to apply yourself and you have $500 to spare, or even if you don't, you know what I'm saying? Put on your credit card, do your split payments, whatever you got to do to leverage it. If you've been thinking about breaking into tech, right? And you want to do IT specifically, because I went down the IT pathway. That is, I would definitely tell anyone to do course careers for sure. If they were like, man, I don't know how to, I want to break into tech, but I don't know how. I'll be like, hey man, I know this course. I did it, and I was able to get a job in 3 months. Not saying that you would, you know what I'm saying? I always say that as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew about computers. I just didn't know, like, I knew it from a gaming point of view. But I don't have any certificates to this day. I'm working on getting some, you know what I mean? I'm working on getting my Red Hat certificate, which will be in Linux. And I'm also working on getting a Security Plus certificate. So, yeah. You don't have to have a certificate. It definitely is very valuable. And if you want to get one before you get to a job to make the process a little easier, you could do that. But I wanted to see what I could do with the skills that I have currently. And honestly, I didn't expect to land a job. And I think that mindset in itself kind of made it easier for me. And the pressure wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta get a job now, Because you're throwing desperation out there. And people can feel that. Especially when you're interviewing, you can feel that. I kind of just interviewed. I don't know if this is like even appropriate to say, but I kind of interviewed like as if I wasn't going to get the job. But I still like displayed the best version of myself because I wanted to offer value to whatever job. And I wanted to make them see that I was able to offer that value. And I think that's one of the best things, you know. I leverage my personality a lot. And a lot of you guys in the comments say that I have a great personality. And people in real life tell me that as well. So I think that definitely helped a lot. They just want somebody that's willing to learn and that has context of what something is, right? On the last job that I interviewed for, that I accepted, they didn't ask me any technical questions. Like, I was shocked. The first one, they was bombarding me with technical questions, but I cooked. I was cooking. I was prepared. Okay, I was cooking. I was like, I'm feeling good. Like, I came in, Zoom meeting with a tie and a button-down shirt. You know what I mean? I was crispy. My hair was blue, but you know that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But I was crispy. You know what I'm saying? I had the limiting belief that, oh, my hair is blue, so certain people won't take me, this, that, and the third. Don't matter. I mean, they just want somebody that's willing to learn and knows what they're talking about, right? You got to have some kind of technical savviness to you. You know what I mean? So, again, if you don't know what to do And even if you are someone who's been having a hard time breaking into the IT field, I would definitely recommend taking Course Careers if you have $500 to spare, or if you want to do split payments, right? I'm going to put the link in the description. I will also pin it in the comments if you decide to go down that pathway. And even if you want more research, you can go on YouTube, type Course Careers IT Testimonials. I am a testimonial now, right? And I needed that when I was like deciding if I wanted to spend $500, and I had a lot of skepticism. But I got a job. I got 2 offers in less than 6 months. And I'm a professional dancer. Hello? Like, what other proof do you need? You know what I mean? So, yeah. I would definitely use that as leverage. And it'll teach you how to create the right resume, a good cover letter. It'll teach you how to speak properly. And I think it contributed to how I speak to you guys today. I'm a person that kind of stutters a lot when they do public speaking, or I start to sweat, you know what I mean? But it's easier, you know what I'm saying, to do as a result of taking that course. Like, I'm very happy that I took that course, and I'm able to articulate certain skills that I have in a professional manner, and being able to code switch and have a balance of the two, and still be that lighthearted kind of spirit that everyone likes to be around, and leverage it on a professional scale, you know? So definitely would recommend taking Course Careers 100%. The IT pathway, because that's the one that I took. I didn't take tech sales. I bought the digital marketing one as well, but I didn't end up finishing it, right? Because it was something that I ended up not wanting to do. I was like, I'd rather just help somebody. And because digital marketing requires you to like have to show that you were able to be profitable, and yeah, even though it's a skill that's very, very, very sought out for right now, I was like, do I want to do a career in digital marketing? I don't know, because I thought I would be able to like coincide it with social media, since I'm heavy on social media, and I have successful channels, but I kind of bought it and kind of didn't use it. I didn't complete it. So that was like a waste of money in a sense. I don't think it's a waste of money, because I found out that I didn't like it. And it was only $500. I don't want to say that in the sense of like, oh, I got money and stuff. But compared to other courses that be selling on YouTube, that you hear about these gurus that be selling courses for like 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20,000, compared to boot camp, $500 is a fraction of a cost for a lot of value, right? And you got to think about it like this. I'd rather pay $500 for a course than pay $15,000 for something that probably, like, the certification wise, if we look at it, the employers is like, what the hell are these certificates? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So to an employer, they may not even know what a Course Careers or whatever the other things, let's say, whatever $15 the boot camp, let's say Course Careers boot camp. They may not know what these IT certification are. They may know what Course Careers is, because, you know, a lot of people been graduating from there, and a lot of people been getting employed through Course Careers, but they may not know. But with Course Careers, you got a GitHub, that's a portfolio of all the labs that you just did, right? Boom. You got experience. You know what I'm saying? You got a cover letter with it, because a lot of people just apply with just a resume. But Course Careers, they give you a cover letter template. That is they made it was so easy. Oh my God. I felt like I was spamming. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was spamming resumes and cover letters. You know what I mean? I was like, nah, it's too easy. You know what I mean? But it doesn't have to be hard to work. You know what I mean? So with that being said, y'all, that's all I have to say. If you guys want to do the Course Careers IT, and you have any, if you want to be an IT specialist, or have interest in the IT field, right? And that specific tech sector, I would definitely recommend Course Careers 100%. 100%. The instructor is amazing. He has a lot of accolades. He's patient. He's smart. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's talking about. He has very valuable information. And he doesn't leave you astray. You know what I mean? Like, the only way somebody would not be able to get a job after taking Course Careers is if they didn't apply it themselves. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They didn't apply themselves because, again, professional dancer, now I'm in IT. It don't get no different than that. Totally left field, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they asked about this in the interview. They was like, wow, what were you doing before that? I was teaching dance, huh? Like, totally left field. So, but it adds an element to your interview as well, because they ask questions like, oh, wow, you have a YouTube channel? Like, they get interested, and it turns into a conversation and less into an interview. Once it gets to that stage, you kind of got the green flag, like, you're probably going to get another round of interviews. You know what I'm saying? So, again, the link will be in the description for Course Careers. Again, if you choose to do it, apply yourself. Don't half-ass it, please. You will get half-ass results or no results. The competition is fierce. Do not expect yourself to get a job that is 100K off rip. Let's be honest with ourselves. We're shooting too high. Okay? You can apply for it. I'm not saying you can't. But apply for those entry-level, what you would call it, salaries as well. Because once you get in, you can get to that 100K. It just depends on what certifications you are willing to, or what skills you're willing to learn after you get that first job. Then you can literally control how fast you make that six-figure month, that six-figure salary. You can control that. It's not something that someone else has to give you the permission to get access to. You can control that, right? In this IT field, the skills that you have directly correlates with how much money you make. And those skills are based on what you learn, what certifications you have. If you want to go into the cloud, you go in and learn how to get an AWS cloud certification. If you want to be in Linux, or you want to be a Linux system administrator, like myself in the future, you go get you a Red Hat or a Linux Plus certification. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do something in networking, or you want to be a network engineer, you can do a Network Plus, or you get the CCNA. You know what I'm saying? There's so many, but these are things that you can control, right? You just got to pass the exam. You got to learn the skills, pass the exam, boom, you're God. You don't need no other proof than that. And then from there, you just convince them on the interview that you know what you're talking about, and these skills that I have on my resume is indeed my skills. It's not something I just plagiarized off the internet and I don't know what the hell is on my resume, okay? You just gotta prove that you're that person that you say you are when you get the resume. Because you may get the interviews, right? That's a good sign. That means your resume is good, right? That resume is real good if you get interviews. But if you're not landing a job, there's a disconnect, right? There's a disconnect, or you're getting out. The competition is fierce. Like I said, you gotta perform better than there's a lot of competitions, right? But anyways, I don't want to make this a 1 hour video because it's getting long. But hey, if you guys want to break into IT, I would highly recommend Course Careers. I have a cousin that's currently doing it. Use my link in the description. I'll also pin in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I believe that gives you like a discount. I don't know the logistics of it. I just want you guys to get the same access to the resources that I used. And feel free to comment stuff in whatever concerns you have in the comments, and I'll respond. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people's gonna have a lot of questions, especially when it comes to putting money down. You know what I'm saying? If you do decide to roll down that course, so I'm gonna be willing to answer those questions in the comments. But with that being said, you guys have a wonderful day. It is Saturday, and yeah, a lot of great stuff is happening.